That was loud because it hit the table and then the floor. I'm Ryan. You know that because you're watching this either on Murphspot or Facebook or a Turkish YouTube that I found these on a little while ago, found my videos on. I'm not sure what to make of that. But hi, Turkish YouTube viewers. So, people who view things on a Turkish knockoff of YouTube, not Turkish YouTube viewers, because they could just be using YouTube. So anyway, yeah, I thought I'd do another one of these to talk about what's been going on the last few days. And I started to write a blog post about it, and I got kind of far. I was like, okay, well, this is, I'll keep writing, and it was not interesting to me. And this won't be interesting either, I think. But you can make fun of my denim shirt, and you can see me moving around. And if that's one of your hobbies, then hooray for you, and you need a better hobby. Going back to the shirt thing, interesting story about the denim shirt. Maybe, probably not, but I'll tell a story about the denim shirt. Every year, I think this year, I'm going to do something awesome for Halloween. I'm going to be awesome. And every year, I don't do it. I get distracted, and I don't think about it, and then it's like the day before, and I'm like, I have nothing. And I have, usually, I'm doing this to illustrate, I usually have some facial hair. And if you have facial hair, that's hard to incorporate into a lot of costumes, if you're going for something very specific. And so I don't want to shave it because I like the facial hair, I want it there. And so it becomes this whole, okay, what has facial hair and I can be for Halloween? And so that forces you into a non-specific thing, but if you want something specific, you got to go a different route. This year I thought, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the thrift store. And my costume is going to be something that I can just throw on real quick, and everyone will get it, and it'll be amazing. Everyone, wherever I'm going, will be, woo, look at the shirt he's got on. So this year, I went to the thrift store and bought 3 things. I bought a flannel shirt, and my idea with the flannel shirt was I'll wear a flannel shirt and tuck it in, and I don't have a tool belt, but I'll have a hammer, and I'll tuck the hammer into my belt, and that's kind of a tool belt because there's a tool on the belt. And I'll be Bob Vila for Halloween, because who's Bob Vila for Halloween? No one's Bob Vila for Halloween, except Bob Vila is Bob Vila for Halloween, but he's also Bob Vila for St. Patrick's Day and New Year's and Independence Day. He's Bob Vila then, too. So anyway, that was my original thought, and I didn't do that. I thought about it. I took a hammer to work that day, and I just didn't do it. My other thought, I saw a denim shirt. I was like, oh, you know what I could do is I could go as Jim Ignatowski from Taxi. And you're sitting there saying that you don't know what Taxi is or who Jim Ignatowski is. And that's because you either didn't watch a ton of Nick at Night growing up, waste your time that way like I did, or you're younger than I am, and so it was like you somehow missed it. But yeah, Jim Ignatowski was Christopher Lloyd's character, and I thought about that, but then I was like, I'll not do that, because I found an old style shirt, not an old style shirt, old style shirt, not an old style shirt, an old style shirt, which is a shirt covered in patches for old style beer, and it had right there a little nameplate that said Roger. So I was Roger for Halloween. I don't know who Roger is, but nobody cares what you are for Halloween unless you're amazing with it, like Manny, guy from New York who probably won't see this. So yeah, anyway, this is how I now have a denim shirt, which is never mind. Okay, so the reason I was starting this up is because I had a revelation the other day, and not like a lights from the heavens revelation, but a revelation in that something should have been really obvious to me, but for some reason it wasn't. And that is that floor hockey, if you're playing it to actually do well and win things, is really tiring. Like, really? I forgot how strenuous it was. I think because the last time I played floor hockey, I was in high school, and therefore didn't care, and was being told to play floor hockey by a gym teacher, and therefore didn't want to do it. I remember standing around a lot. I think I was probably playing defense because I didn't have to run as far. And I remember the equipment being kind of shoddy. That might not be an accurate remembering on my part, but I recall styrofoam for some reason. And if you know that it was shoddy or that we used styrofoam or something like that, because you went to high school with me, you should tell me because I would like to know. And also you should say hi because I haven't talked to you in 7 years because, oh man, I'm getting older. Okay. So, yeah, floor hockey. Playing intramural floor hockey right now, which I actually want to win. And we lost our first game 6-1, so that wasn't so good. But I scored a goal, and this is important, not at all, really. But it's important for me because if you know me, I am terrible at sports. I'm just awful. I like them, but I can't play them. I'm bad at it. So that was kind of huge. And now I'm bragging on the internet in a video that no one will watch. So that's fun for me. So yeah, scored a goal in floor hockey. Was tired after floor hockey. Hurt my ankle because there are wells near the door in the Patton Gym basketball court. Because for some reason the court is like 3 inches above the floor of the rest of the place. And so you step in one of those wells and then your ankle twists, and it's sad times. I would not recommend it. I would recommend a few broccoli dishes. There are some things you can do with broccoli I would recommend. But that's beside the point. The other reason I wanted to write a blog post, and this actually might be suited better for text, but I'm doing this now, and you can't stop me, is that I finally saw a movie. I've seen movies before. I finally saw a specific movie, and the reason I'd known about this movie forever was because of its soundtrack. Its soundtrack was put up by Moonska, and is basically a pretty good ska compilation, and I first heard it from a friend of mine who's sadly passed away since then. And if you haven't, Ed Stetz, look through my archives to find a little bit more about him. But Ed took me in the woods one day and put on a CD, and we listened to the CD, and it was pretty good. And I bought the CD later. I don't have the cover anymore, but here's the back of the CD. But right side up is how we do things here at Murphspot. And I paid $1 for it. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. So that was fun, and it's, just a really good compilation. It's got Skavoovie and the Epitones, Skaboom era toasters, Isaac Green. It's got Let's Go Bowling, Los Pies Negros. It's good times. Anyway, so I'd been intending to see this movie for a while, and it's okay. I wouldn't kill a goat to see it. If you have a chance to see it, I'd pick it up. Kind of an interesting little girl snaps and then eventually ends up impersonating a police officer, and it's fun for a while, but oh no, there's responsibilities too, and so that's kind of fun. It's a little independent thing. Did that, was happy with it. So yeah, work's going pretty well. Just trying to figure out if I can get stuff into little capsules and then get it back out again, is my whole thing. So that's progressing well. Yeah. So go watch Bang is the title of the movie. If you look for it, you'll come up with a bunch of results for Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. That's not that. Watch that movie. Play some floor hockey if you want to be tired. And send me all your cheesecake. And I'll eat it or sell it. Okay, bye.